what I want to do here is I want to have us look as well as we can inside the body and get a first sort of feeling of how the body's structured and find out how it works. For me, when I started learning anatomy is when it sort of clicked and I was like, oh wow, I like this a lot. But the more I learn about the human body, the inside, the more in awe I am of how it works. And the more I feel like, even though I'm not trying necessarily to take care of myself well, but it feels like I can do that better because I know how things work. And that makes me very happy, and that makes me very grateful, and I can appreciate that a lot. And gratitude is a very, very good emotion to have, to make a happy life with. Feel sad and upset and depressed. One of the best ways to get out of depression is by looking at the world and see what we're grateful for. And so, you know, it's a good thing. It is my mission here to make anatomy and physiology as exciting as I can for you. It is your job to be diligent in your studies and do it every day a little bit, so we can accomplish something. And now, after I've been doing this for a while, I've been a chiropractor for about 10 years now, and I realize it's very important, the fundamentals of basic science, that we know those as well as we can, we apply those in clinic and practice as well as we can. Because I'm amazed every day in my practice of how many people come from the outside and feel, at least feel like nobody's hearing. Nobody's understanding what's going on. And that's tragic. One example I have from that was yesterday, when my patient brought in her dad. And we got this great thing here, it's called a skeletal system. And there's the little bones. And so this guy is about 50, very intelligent gentleman. His English is a bit broken, he's got an accent, so he's a little harder to explain things. He's not from here originally, but he's an electrician. And he came in with a lot of pain because he fell. And he went to a lot of doctors, but it was a workman's compensation injury. With workman's comp, it's really hard to get help sometimes. So this guy, what happened to him is, he fell from a ladder 25 feet, 2 stories down onto his right foot. And you can just imagine what forces go through his body. He broke this bone here, and then he broke 3 vertebrae right here. And he came, I'm a chiropractor. What am I going to do with a broken bone? I'm not going to do anything with a broken bone. That's not my department, that's the orthopedic guy's department. But according to this guy, the orthopedic doctor thinks he should go back to work. And twist his body around underneath sinks and all kind of stuff. Well, no, he's not a plumber, he's not an electrician. But still, he's going to be doing that. Physical work. And this man is very upset in my office. And he starts talking, and I just have to listen at first. And then understand at first. And then very simply try to apply my knowledge of basic science. What happened to this man? What would be wrong with this guy? And then he starts, after he talks for a while, after we go away from the body, from the back, he says, oh, my foot is really hurting bad. My left foot. I'm like, oh, okay. What do they think? They want to do surgery, they say it's plantar fasciitis. Now this poor soul fell from 25 feet onto the left foot, and he tells me it feels crooked. Well, guess what? It probably is crooked. Last time I dropped the car from 25 feet, it didn't work out. The person seems to be working very well, just not quite as well. So they want to do surgery for plantar fasciitis, which means they cut down here and make room for the ligament. But all I had to do is hold his foot and know that the bones in here, what they are. And compared to the other side, I'm like, that's not the same foot. Something happened. So his ankle got twisted. And we untwisted it very little, very gently. And he was walking better afterwards. And I was like, how difficult was that? To listen, to try to apply what I've learned in the first class like this, and then of course build on. And then take the person from the street and just sort of listen and try to understand what happened to them, take from that angle. And not just go make MRIs, make X-rays and see, oh, there's nothing broken, I can't see it. Because you know what? The leading Tower of Pisa is like that. If you go closely look, the sand core does not look crooked. Just the whole tower looks crooked. So, when I'm passionate about my anatomy, I feel very passionate about it because it really has a big impact to the people in the world. And I never thought that would be the case. And I thought all these doctors and everything, and then I realized at some point you actually learn a lot over time, and you can really make a difference in people's lives. This guy came back twice now. I can't work his pelvis at this point because I got to figure out how stable it is, but I can work his extremities to make him feel better. So that's great. And I don't think I'm any special any kind. I just think I'm listening instead of not listening. We have to think about those things. So I think in here, we want to learn as much as we can. I try to give you as much as I can. I want you to try to absorb as